Just a really long, awkward pause after he said, Your Honor. Everyone's just staring at him.
Is he gonna answer him? Did he hear him? I don't think he heard Phoenix, but Phoenix is just waiting. Somebody should say something. Oh god, this could go all night.
Someone start the episode already.
Phoenix! He didn't hear you. Say it again.
Now it's time to press buttons and talk with Manky and ProZD.
Did you hear me, Your Honor? I said, Your Honor?
Huh? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I guess I could have continued anyway, whether or not you heard me. There was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
It's kind of too loud. Well, I remember that.
This earthquake was so loud. Earthquake? Oh my goodness, the inner temple. This kind of tremor might...
Might what, Bikini?
be too scary for little Eggworth. How could I have... She fled. She escaped.
Dang, I remember. We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
She's dead. Yeah, that's not... Dead people can't come back to life.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright.
Oh, but I got so much more.
Now see here.
Oh.
No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling and...
Be quiet.
Jesus.
Oh.
Are you a computer?
Sometimes I'm a computer. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice.
Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my cool rules.
You're still doing cool rules, huh?
Oh, yes.
Those were always shitty. Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession? Permanently retired.
Ha!
It's pretty fun, because
Get it,
I'm
'cause
dead.
you're dead.
I'm dead.
It's pretty
Phoenix
funny.
didn't get it. Did you notice that?
I think he just didn't think it was very funny.
Yeah,
so you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
What is going on here?
It's a lot of ground to cover. Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again, and I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself.
And for Gumshoe.
For Mia.
And for
Kermit the Frog.
Mo the Clown and
for
Optimus
Scooby
Prime.
and Shaggy. For Donkey Kong.
And for Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
Not for Professor Utonium.
Fuck that guy.
I don't want to talk about Professor
Him and his square
Utonium.
hands.
Courtroom No 7.
No 7s allowed, only 8s and 9s.
Yeah.
I'm a 10.
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness?
Yes? How can I help you, Mr. Judge?
Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony.
I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown.
In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
That's some cryptic shit.
The plan.
Plan, Shane. The whole plan began...
The whole plan began with my death.
I thought about doing a silly gangster voice,
I'm
but
not...
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm above that. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. Y'all suck.
So that means you really
Hold
are...
it! Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay? That's my friend.
Yes, you have a problem with that?
That's my best friend!
Don't give us that nonsense. She's my nakama.
Watch yourself, Trite.
But she's my nakama.
This isn't Japan.
Might as well be.
That's true.
Kind of
if
is
you've got
Japan.
a problem, it's kind of weirdly Japan. Solve it during cross-examination. That's my cool rule.
Mr. Goto is correct. This is basically Japan. And by the way, that's my cool rule as well.
To kill Maya?
That's not my cool rule.
Could it be true? I don't care about anyone's cool rules. Rules are not cool. There's nothing
That's some shit, dog.
cool about rules. The whole plan began with my... Oh, wait, what? Go back. I want to press. Okay. I'm going to press this.
Hey, hold it.
Hold it. You were executed last month, correct? How'd that go?
Yes, I was hanged.
Jesus.
It was actually really fun. It wasn't exactly pleasant.
How did you manage to discuss the plan? Also, I want to ask you about death. Like, what happens? Like, there's so many questions
secret.
that we could... When did you talk with Morgan Fay?
Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her.
I see. So that's when you discussed the plan.
Ha! Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter.
All to make Pearl Fay the master of Kurine?
She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan.
A plan, huh?
Yeah, she got a plan. A stupid plan.
Stupid dummy.
Like an idiot plan.
Stupid dummy.
You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? I know her.
Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
She's my second best friend. You and your twin sister, Iris?
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father.
Abandoned?
The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
What did she say to, like, convince him? Oh, you only need one.
Yeah, just like, you know, it'd be...
Oh, yeah, I guess you have a point.
You mean Iris?
Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter.
And you can't have three.
I convinced her that this was a much better sister than the one I already had. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
Oh, cool dude.
How horrible.
Sounds like a real bastard.
The real horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay.
Pearl's so nice.
I haven't met... Has she met Pearl? Does she know? Maybe if she knew how sweet Pearl was, she wouldn't be so mad all the time.
No, she still would be.
She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her. Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams on that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family.
You ever just do a hate birth?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
You want to have like a baby to get mad at.
Yeah.
Maya would have to die? But why? Why would Maya die?
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
Objection! That's fucked up. But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fay as well.
How can anyone do that?
By eating a lot of wax.
Sounds hard. I guess maybe that's how you do it. Maybe that's why nobody does that shit. Maybe wax fucks you up in the head. You were going to kill Maya?
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would simply have used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead and there's nothing any of you can do to me.
So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger sister. On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Nothing wrong with that.
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway. It wasn't really a crime.
But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she?
Just said I don't give a shit about that. Weren't you listening? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh.
But you are. Oh.
Wait, is that what that means? Like,
Yes.
oh, I didn't know she was literally... Oh, shit. Wow, I fucked up a lot of stuff. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Backstabber?
You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway, how were y'all's weekends?
Anywho, seen anything good on Netflix lately?
Watched a lot of documentaries. You think the plan was a success?
I haven't seen nothing as I've been in hell.
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped, we don't have David Attenborough in hell. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the Master will pass on to Pearl Fey.
All I have is Hulu with
Objection!
ads.
I don't need to know about these other things you're watching. That's absurd. Maya's just...
I don't know, I'm kind of interested to hear about the afterlife.
She's just... yeah, what do they watch in
Apparently
hell,
Hulu
I
with
guess?
ads.
Do they watch The Good Place? Because I feel like that would get a lot of
Pretty meta.
appreciation there.
Yeah.
She's just trapped. Trapped inside the sacred cavern.
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny.
Huh. That's what she used to call me when we were dating.
Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivete?
Naivete.
Naivete. I've never heard that out loud.
And your pathetic faith in other people. Friendship. Ugh.
I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan? Also, have you met Professor Poison in hell? Like, how's he doing down there?
He's doing great.
He's making more poison than ever. They love poison in hell. He's very popular.
There's a new circle of hell, the Poison Circle, thanks to him.
Oh, that's great. I'm happy. I knew he was going to go places. I was so sad when he died early, but...
I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of.
If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? She's so nice.
You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me, why?
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne, I should call her that. Bring her down a peg. Am I supposed to present a reason or something, or am I just still pressing?
Let's see. Do you understand why? Well, we know why. So, who's she mad at? Who does she not like?
She doesn't like, let's see.
Who fucked her up before? Who fucked her up?
Oh, that was Mia Fey.
That was Mia Fey.
Okay.
Yo, Mia.
Oh, because she's a sister?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
She's
I'm
a
supposed
petty
to present.
bitch.
We only got one health, so I'm like super antsy about everything.
Yeah.
Cool. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself?
I love doing this with my hair. As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore.
L'Oreal.
Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman, Mia Fey.
I somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Thought that was pretty fucking obvious, yes. And I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how do you do that?
You gotta find them in hell. You gotta...
Mia's not in hell. Mia's in heaven.
That explains why I can't
That's
find
why
them.
I looked so
I
long
just
for
assumed
her.
everyone goes to hell. Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands.
Maybe on the next episode we'll kill someone with their own hands.
Oh, is that what's gonna happen next episode?
I didn't say it's going to happen. I'm just proposing
Oh,
it
it
as
might.
a possibility.
Oh, I think it's gonna happen.
Who knows where this game
It's
goes?
gonna be fun.
This game's fucked up.